Hello everybody, I am back out in the garden. I have a feeling that this week I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the garden and in the yard. I'm in the process of trying to get 2 different lawnmowers running, so when they start, I need to start mowing with whichever one starts first. I found a bunch of red raspberry plants on discount today at a local greenhouse, and I need to mulch my pathways from when I planted the lettuce and turnip and broccoli and cauliflower, which was in the last video. So I decided I would come on and I would make a video because my wood chips are right here and I have a bucket. I'm almost at the wood chip pile here, so that's why it's coming through looking so big on your screen. That is a 2 or 3 gallon bucket. I need to get some of the wood chips moved onto my pathway, because where the wood chips are currently, I want to put the raspberries, because that's going to line up perfectly for a row where I already have flowers going. So I'm going to get this all set up so I can start recording me working in the garden, so that you can watch it, and then I can come back and I can update you with what exactly I did. And if you're watching me because I garden, there are plenty of channels that have people that are dedicated to just gardening that are there to teach you. I love to garden. It's an enjoyment for me. I don't want to teach how to garden, but if someone ends up learning from me as I garden, I'm happy about that too. So if you ever ask why I do something, I will answer it. And someone's going to ask about why I'm mulching my pathways. It means I won't be coming back through and fighting to pull everything that's growing that I don't want to be growing there. It will also help me reduce how much I need to water. So I'm going to get all set up and I will be back to work in the garden. Okay everyone, I am back to wrap up today's video on what was accomplished. I am still working at getting both of the lawnmowers running. As you might be able to see, my lower yard needs water, mowed, not watered. I'm thinking about the seeds I'll have to water in the garden. On the lawnmowers, I do have a person I know that is very mechanically inclined on the lawnmowers. I believe they are going to come help me one day on hopefully getting both going. So here is where I planted in yesterday's video. This is the lettuce, the turnips, the broccoli, and the cauliflower. I might come back out and plant cabbage. I have not fully made up my mind yet. There is the Swiss chard and basil, tomatoes, beans, more Swiss chard and other greens, the basil and the marigold down there. And I did get the raspberry plant planted. So, talking berries, I have wild mountain berries here. And this is hot wire fence, but I have it off right now. And I actually did one day this year get zapped to buy it. I was out working in the garden. I came out via my kitchen door. And my neighbor came over, and I failed to remember that I came out through the kitchen door, and I went to go crawl through my hot wire, and I was bit good. Thankfully, I had a garden tool up against my fence that was grounding it out a little bit. So over here, where everything is overgrown, these are berries, and look at that. There's several black raspberries. So, 1 and 2. I don't really like the small one. It's gonna be very seedy. Those are super good. I have more here. Right there they are. These wild mountain blackberries. They are very nutritious. Just a couple a day goes a long ways on nutrition. If you're wondering where you can find the wild mountain blackberries, they are in Pennsylvania. They're in a good portion of the states that do experience winters that are above, I believe, 10 degrees. Okay. I have several other things in the garden, and I'm sorry about smacking like that. I want to walk over here and show you what I should soon be starting to be able to harvest. This lettuce here, I planted this spring. The deer came in one night and had a big glorious snack on it. So I unfortunately have not been able to enjoy any of that lettuce. Look at that. If I can find my hand in the video, we can find us some tomatoes. By the look of these tomatoes forming on these, those are my Amish paste. I have a cherry tomatoes and I have Amish paste tomatoes. I started all of my tomatoes myself. Okay, here I go, a little bit of grass. The grass that nobody wants in their garden. Okay, I stopped the video because one of my neighbors came in. There's 4 of us that live up on the mountain and 3 of us do gardening. And one of the neighbors has extra zucchini right now. And it's a little weird that he came by offering a zucchini because here are my 2 squash zucchini plants. And I have flowers, but I don't have any fruit yet. This one here is my 3rd one, and it's so small that I am just hopefully gonna get it back in there and it survived because it really looked like a weed there. Okay, I've got 2 if that one doesn't survive. This here, it is a weed. Along with this weed and this weed and that weed I want the shovel for. They're technically not weeds. They do have medicinal purposes. However, in my research, the one I was pulling by hand, it may not be so good medicinal. So, yeah, if you do garden, before you just use something out of your garden that you don't know, like we do, like lemon balm. This is lemon balm, or these plants are green beans. Like, you wouldn't hesitate about eating a green bean because you know what it is. So if you don't know what it is, do your research, please. Okay, here we go. Green bean flowers. Lots of them. These here are flowers. I'm actually surprised I have flowers there. It's 2025. I planted those in 2023, May, and I've never replanted flowers there. Alrighty. Swiss chard, and it's looking like I need to harvest some. And I forgot to mention to the neighbor I have Swiss chard. Let me get this grass out of the way. I have basil that was eaten on there. More basil. There are tomatoes. I want to see if there's any little tomatoes or whether just pretty much they became right for tomatoes. Here we go, tomatoes. Oh, tomatoes. Our weather pretty much just recently, within the last week or 2, became right for tomatoes. And I am trimming up one of my tomatoes here because I have blotchy looking stuff on it. You see it right there? Yeah, that ain't good. Like, that says that those leaves are not healthy. So I'm gonna fully remove them. And there is a chance that all that is wrong with the leaves is due to the excessively heavy rain we had. It's kind of waterlogging them and making them go yuck. Okay, so these green beans here were planted 3 to 4 days before my other patch. And as you can see, there are some flowers there. The whites are the flowers. So There's our wood chips again that I put in today. And more basil. I know I mentioned earlier in the video that the garden is therapeutic for me because I have all my strawberries here. Yes, it is a quite decent amount of strawberries. I guarantee you those two fence posts are at least 30 feet apart, probably closer to 40, so this is probably a 50 by 30 to 40 patch of strawberries, and the shade from the tree is what's making the screen sometimes go dark. Alright, I am going to get ready to remove myself from the garden for the evening. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Bye.